Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Chagozi Madindu and this is Choices with Chichi. So today's part 1 of the intertribal marriage series, and let me say that if you haven't watched the introduction to the intertribal series that myself and my husband did, then you should totally pause, go back and watch it and then come back. I mean, it gives you a better perspective into the series. So in part 1, I did an interview with Mr. and Mrs. Oghenefegor and Zhebati Ogodos, and I totally enjoyed doing this. I learned a lot. I had fun. It was just super interesting. In part 1, we will be talking about how they met, preconceived notions about intertribal marriage before they even met each other, before they got married, and basically the beauty of living with someone from a totally different world. By the way, guys, one is from the extreme north and the other is from the extreme south. So sit back and enjoy. Ciao. As you can see today, we have 2 wonderful people with us in the studio. Our makeshift studio. This is
Zhebati and Oghenefegor.
okay.
Zhebati and Oghenefegor, and my lovely husband.
Oghenefegor, Ogodos.
Amazing. Now the story of this couple is what you guys will want to hear. Today we'll be talking about intertribal marriage, and I would want you guys to sit back and be very expectant because it's about to get real here. The Ogodos have been married for over 9 years now. Is this the 9th year or the 10th year?
In our 9th to 10th year.
Will you be 10 this year?
No,
Next year.
year.
Okay. So they've been married for 9 full years and they are blessed with 2 beautiful daughters. Oh my goodness. I need to go. Okay. Scratch that. Okay. Before we continue, we want to just play a very short game.
Okay.
I'll ask you questions, and if it's you, you raise up your hand. If it's your wife or your husband, then you point at the person.
Okay.
So, in 9 years, who is the spender? Okay. Who is the stricter parent? Who apologizes first? Okay. That's 3/3-0. Who likes public display of affection? Who is a better time manager? Yeah, finally.
Something came to me.
Who dresses up faster? Interesting, that's weird.
Yeah.
The
Let me
lady
tell you
waiting for the
And
man.
you make up.
Exactly. And I will prepare the kids and be still dressing up.
Mhm.
Amazing.
I think it's when she finished dressing. That's when I'll start.
Getting ready.
That's why it's not that I'm dressing for 1 hour.
No, but you dress not good.
Oh, maybe at the end of the day I'll find out that the shoe I wanted to wear is
Doesn't rhyme.
Or she has beaten me in her dress. I need to upgrade.
Oh my.
Yes, he does that with us. So when you see us, he would have checked out my phone and then start checking his phone.
Amazing. Who uses the bathroom longer? Hey,
I
wow.
like bathroom.
Wow.
I like toilets, bathroom.
I've never heard that before.
My peaceful place.
Wow.
My space.
Wow.
Mhm.
I know a lot of people get Rema in the bathroom.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Amazing. So
I
I
do.
think so.
I do too.
It happens to me.
Something about it, especially in the mornings.
Mhm.
Ideas come,
Yeah.
and immediately I come out. Sometimes I just take my diary and
Begin to
write
jot.
it down.
So maybe we should have more bathrooms in houses than rooms.
Yeah.
I think bigger bathrooms, white, clear, neat, and everything.
Mhm.
If I go outside my home to hotels, the first place I want to check out is their
Bathrooms. I'm like that too. Maybe you have a bathroom OCD.
Yeah.
A bathroom. Okay. And this is for you. when he was toasting you, right? What toast line did he use, or what did he ever say to you that just made you say, I'm gonna marry, like, no, this has to be it?
Well, I'm not sure that there was really a line
Okay.
in the toasting,
Mm.
like a punchline that
Yeah.
he gave me. But then I think it was more of the character that he displayed, and how much we blended, and the similarities that we had, especially in line with our goals, what we wanted to do. I think that was more of it. But he kept saying, and he kept seeing something in me that even I could not see in myself. And he kept saying, "You're a great woman. You're a great woman. You're a great woman." I think, well, maybe if I would choose a punchline, maybe that would be the punchline.
You're a
as
great
great as
woman.
it is.
Note that. I hope people are picking points.
I used
Marry
what
man
they
that
will
will
call-
see greatness in you.
I used what they would call wayo.
Why you
Yeah.
She didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
smooth?
She didn't see it coming. Maybe if I started with a toasting line, she would know where
That
I'm
would be
going.
cheesy, yeah.
So I used wayo.
Yeah.
Well, it's been Wayo of 9 years, and whatever you're doing, keep doing, because you guys are doing well.
Yeah.
But
thank
this question now is for you. How did you know she was the one?
Okay, I like conversation, great
Okay.
conversation.
Okay.
So once we started speaking, I saw what she liked and what I liked from the gist. And I always like marketing myself and my dreams and everything. So I always believe that once you meet the right lady, is the lady that will key into your vision.
Okay.
And that's how I knew.
Wow.
She keyed in and there was a flow. It matters to me a lot.
Wow. So you are. So in summary, you had like very intellectual conversations with her,
Yes.
and your visions blended.
Yes.
So it was like that was it.
Yes. Yes. I'm
Ha. So I just see people's own is different.
telling you.
I was expecting to say she was beautiful, fair, and having all the features, but that's
Oh.
amazing.
Well, we
because,
had that
okay.
episode.
Mm.
Remember the first time you saw me,
Mhm.
what you said to yourself?
Mm.
You said, "Saint,
Okay, actually,
a worship team."
the first time I saw her, and I was like, wow, she's sweet,
Wow.
calm, and
Mm-mm.
peaceful.
Mm-mm.
This is the one I want.
Wow.
You understand? I
Wow.
said to myself, this is the one and I didn't know how it was going to happen. So, a friend helped.
Thank God for
In
friends.
that, I'll explain how the friend helped. She is a friend to my friend, one of my
Okay.
friends. So I saw them gisting, so it was a good opportunity.
Yeah.
And I took over the
Leverage
conversation. Yes.
Amazing, amazing. And what stands out to me is that you have grown in 9 years,
Mhm.
past all the and have remained an example, especially because both of you are from two different backgrounds. And I'm not just saying family backgrounds, guys. They are one is from the far north and one is from the far south,
I'm
like
telling you.
two worlds apart. And I think that's what's beautiful about them. And that's why they're with us today in the studio. Don't forget that with Choices, we like to capture stories of people who have made exceptional choices and have lived well, beautifully, with their choices. So I think I want to ask at this point, did you guys individually have like your preconceived notions about intertribal marriage before you met her? Because from what you're saying, her mind was key to you. I mean, and then of course her disposition and her character. At what point before now, or did you at any point before you met her feel like, I can't marry someone that is not from
From
your
Isoko.
side? Yes,
Yes,
Isoko, from
Isoko.
South.
Mm.
And you too, did you ever feel like it has to be a northerner? I don't want to go far. Like, yeah, so maybe you should go first.
Okay, I didn't really have like boundaries
Okay.
in that life, and there was never a time I sat and I said, "This is the tribe I want to
Marry,
or
okay.
anything like that."
Mhm.
I always knew that it has to be someone I love and I connected with.
Mhm.
So the truth is, we are done. Was it 3 months? Then one day she came to ask me, where are you from?
Wow.
Is that not shocking? That was
That's
never
weird,
the question.
yeah.
The first day we didn't discuss it, we had dates. We never said anything about it. I never asked her. I've always thought she's maybe Igbo or somewhere. You understand?
Yes,
So
yes.
it was when she asked me, where are you from? And I told her.
That's
That's when I
of dating.
3 months. Then I now asked her, okay, I said, oh, that's true. That's a thing. Where are you from? She now said Adamawa. Okay, Adamawa. You are Muslim?
Ah.
You understand? Okay, of course, she's not Muslim.
Because
We met
there's
in
church.
church.
Yeah.
Okay, your people are Muslims? Oh, you understand? That's when questions started coming. I'm
Wow.
like, it's too late to turn black man. I like her already.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I need a hanky or something.
Ah.
But it's really a sweet story because it's very uncommon.
Mm.
When you meet someone, in fact, some people go straight to, what's your blood group?
Mhm.
Where are you from? What do you do? Because to some people, those are the things that matter.
Mm.
And for me, it also speaks to your values as
Mm.
individuals, right?
Okay, I didn't tell you.
Okay.
The first date, I asked her, what's your blood group? That was the most important question. That's the only one I could deal with. You
That's
understand?
a deal breaker.
Yeah.
So if I could deal with that one,
Any
anything
other
would
thing?
flow. Any
Oh,
other thing would
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I would just like to chip in a little on my own preconception
Okay.
about marriage. Just like you said, and I don't know if you can see it, that I probably do not look like
Like
Adama,
Adama.
and I've had that all my life growing up.
Yeah.
You know, so in fact, to the point that my cousins call me Ngozi. In my family, that's what they call me because everyone says I look evil.
Yeah.
And somehow it has followed me because all my toasters, quote and unquote, majority of them were never from the north.
Wow.
I don't know why. And so I never had this, I can't go out of, because I wasn't even having the northerners, so
Coming
to say,
around.
coming around because everyone just thought I was Igbo, and then really my accent didn't give me away and everything like that. And then, so the interactions I had at school, and most of my friends were even from the south.
Wow.
You see, so that was just it, from church to secondary school to university, and that was it. So I never really had that, I can't go here. In fact, I always kind of knew that I was going
To the
that
south.
way. Yeah.
Wow. So I would say it's a meeting of two people who were quote and unquote boundless, like
Yes.
without boundaries.
Yes.
So I think
Yes.
it was easy.
It was
It was
easy.
easy.
Yes.
So that's a point I should make because sometimes these boundaries we have in our minds are put there by our cultures, our religion, and sometimes our parents' background you're
Yes.
coming from. You have people telling you, you can't do this, you can't marry or interact too much with these particular people.
Yeah.
They are a certain way. So I'm thinking that your backgrounds didn't have that kind of influence. So is it safe to suggest that you didn't have any challenges from your parents?
No challenges at all.
They were welcoming of all tribes.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
You wanted to say something?
Oh yes. My family, like especially my dad, was such a liberal person that we had friends from all walks and all cultural backgrounds.
Wow.
In fact, not just tribal, religious. Then we just lived like a community. I grew up in a community environment, in a university,
Okay.
on a university campus, and so there were people from everywhere. It's like a collection of Nigeria living in one space, and so that was how it was then. So we just grew up knowing and loving and liking everybody. So it was not a challenge for us. Unfortunately, my dad died before I got married to him, but I remember mentioning him to my dad a few months before my dad died, when I knew that, I met someone and it looks like it's getting serious. And he was just like, good, he would like to meet him. So there was no there was no resistance on his part because this person is from this area. No? So
this is such a beautiful story.
Yes.
I remember when I met my people for the first time, generally family, and I said I wanted to marry. The first question,
Where is he from?
where is he from? Let's settle that issue first.
Yes.
We don't care where he works because people can prosper later in life.
yeah.
Where is he from?
Mm.
That was a deciding factor.
Mm.
You now call one tribe. Everyone looking at you like,
Mm.
are you okay?
Mm.
You know? When I hear Simi's song, I don't know if you know Simi's song, Love Don't Care. Where love don't care who you are.
Okay,
You know,
yes.
she told a story in the song that she said her mother called her and said, I see you with Omo Igbo, tell me are you crazy? Or I think it was her dad. Girl, are you stupid? Shey Yoruba don't finish. Waiting you they do with
Yes.
your koro. So you know she's singing it, and I know she's giving an example, but it's predominant in our Nigeria. And the truth is that the Nigerian story with our different ethnic groups and tribes should be a story like this, where people intermarry. And I'm saying that, I mean, if people do not want to intermarry, that's okay. But with our different tribes, it should be okay to intermarry and interrelate. And
Yeah.
the beauty of the cultures,
Yes.
are displayed.
Yes.
And that will also inform my next question. What has been the beautiful thing about being married to from two worlds, you know?
Yes.
Okay. I think one of the first things is that I learned a lot. Even though, I learned a lot about other culture apart from mine or where I live, because I grew up in the north. Everything was in the north. Even though we interacted with people from the south, but journeys towards that area or going there was never a thing that we explored.
Yes.
So because there was really no reason. But after I met my husband, even before we got married, I got to travel down to Warri to see the people. You know, we hear Warri comedians joking about it. So of course there was some perception about the people that they're really loud. They are, they can make trouble over little things. And I remember one example was the fact that when I went for his sister's wedding, remember, and I visited my friend who back from home had moved. She married to and was staying in Warri, and he was trying to describe the house to her. Okay, and the way he was talking on the top of his voice, I was like,
no, even your friend was asking.
Even my friend was like,
why is he angry?
upset.
Is he upset?
And I was like, can we keep it a little bit, down?
We are always loud, making calls.
That loud thing about the way they talk and everybody. Then, secondly, I didn't used to really speak broken English much, and then the way they will be talking, speaking the broken English, I started trying. In fact, I complain now that, can you imagine that my thoughts have transformed from speaking Queen's correct English. I'm now thinking in broken English. This person is serious. And so these are some of the things that happened. And then, of course, the people I found were very welcoming.
Amazing.
Very friendly. They liked me. And so I had no reason. His mom, his dad, his sisters. So everybody was welcoming, and then of course they were like, you look like us. Then there's one of their family friends that I really looked like the lady. In fact, when the lady came, I was like, wow, it's true. So everybody, it wasn't so much of but then of course there were some of those things. Then of course the food, the lifestyle. And things like that. As we go on, I'm sure some of them will
come up.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
So, what you have just said, the lesson I picked from there is that at the end of the day, we are all the same.
Yes.
We're all the same, because they say you look like us. It's almost like how people explain their experiences in the US.
Yeah.
And people are looking at them and saying, oh,
you're a human being. You're not a monkey.
You're not a monkey.
So I feel like
Exactly.
these preconceived notions we have limited our minds.
Yes.
And we are not appreciative of the beauty of other people. We don't even allow ourselves experience it. I remember when my mom married my dad and she had to come to Jos, the journey. She said she had never traveled that far. From Imo State to Jos. That was over 12 hours back then. And she just kept on saying, "Are we not there? Are we not there?" You know, so that in itself is an experience. Is an experience, an exposure that we will be unable to experience or have if we do not let ourselves mingle. Right? So I believe at the end of this video, I really want people to break the mental or mindset strongholds or mental strongholds that they hold, and just allow themselves to live lives. There's a reason why we are here, and there's a reason why we have as many cultures, tribes, ethnic groups that we have. Right? So I really want to hear your own experience. What has been beautiful? What is the most beautiful experience of marrying an Adamawa woman?
Okay, first of all, I enjoyed the travel.
Okay.
I enjoyed the travel.
Okay.
Going to Adamawa was beautiful. A very long journey. But for the first time, I started seeing donkeys, camels on the way, people riding on horses. It was a beautiful one. Then I saw the savannah, the beauty of the savannah. You see vast land with just green. You can see far to the horizon. Outside you see forests, big lot of trees.
In the south.
Then you see rocks, hills and stuff like that. It's a beautiful sight. Then I like their food.
Wow.
I like granite soup, especially granite soup. I eat it till date. Initially it was hard. After we got married, then I started thinking, oh, she can make banga soup.
I know.
You remember what I told you now? Like, it has happened before we face the consequence. So I didn't think of the consequences first before we got married. But the beautiful thing that we're willing to learn. And I was able to teach her.
How to?
Not necessarily cooking to teach. I'll teach her what is unique about the food.
Okay.
I was able to get maybe friends, some of my relatives, my sister will come and say, this is how we like it. And she's a fast learner.
Wow.
So it's beautiful. Imagine, the first time, before we got married, the first time my uncle came to want to meet the Zhebati I've been talking about, she cooked our favorite meal. I don't know if you know Ogodos. She made it. Ogodos is like the pepper soup and yam. They make it together. They call it Ogodos.
Okay.
So she prepared that food. And my uncle ate it and was like, wow, this girl is wise. I don't have anything against her. Till date, that's my uncle. If I tell her and say, uncle, I'll not do it again, they will say, you lie, you do.
You must do.
So the food, then especially like that our banga soup, I knew I was going to miss it. And till date, presently, my wife makes the best banga.
Wow.
And she doesn't make me miss home banga anymore. She has that calm. So in terms of food, I was able to learn theirs and enjoy theirs. And she was able to make ours too. So if the children, they eat any of this meal.
Amazing.
And there's no special one. We eat, we are open to other meals too.
So good, so good.
Yeah.
I can imagine, and it's even an advantage for them because they are balanced. They have an experience from the far north and from the far south. Maybe not so much of the west, but who knows? If now that you guys have opened the door for the tribal, they might just explore the whole Nigeria. By the time we're talking about the Ogodo clan, we're talking about people represented all over, not just Nigeria, but the world at large. It's amazing.
Welcome back. I had so much fun, guys, honestly, and I'm sure you did too. So this is it. If part 1 was interesting, part 2 is going to be the bomb, because in part 2 we'll be talking about cultural shock, challenges, with marrying someone from a different culture and tribe entirely, as well as the advice they have for you out there who is thinking along the lines of intertribal marriage. Remain blessed, guys, until I see you next time. Bye.